the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. That's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 4. Finding Williams once more, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Boswell's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Oh, he bowls over him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And again, back to Kmet. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Fields. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Lions offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 37 yards. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right. That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he? He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total. Yeah, really nice gain there. And he'll work down inside the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 93 yards, and a score. And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football. Dancing to his left. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got after a great start. Run game, no doubt. For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down. They'll run with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And this time he is in. Yes. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Fields. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And taken right on the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And they will take over first and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
To throw again on second down. Fields. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On first and 10, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second and 7, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he stopped immediately there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time I'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another run here with Dobbins. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Fields. He'll get. Now the ball comes loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Looking to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Second down and inches. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a third and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Boswell's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So able to add on to their first half lead. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Being chased out left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd and 2. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report.